person I'm going to call on stage is probably one of the youngest people who've graced this stage. Okay, and this is very sacred. Huh? I mean, really treasure this space more than anything else. Probably one of the youngest people to come on this stage. He is the founder of Kreative Digitals. They're into digital marketing. And he started his entrepreneurial journey when he was 18 years old, doing PowerPoint presentations, designing ads. He was good at what he did. One client spoke about him, then through word of mouth, saw his passion, and then this became a full-time business. But you might be 18 or you might be 80. Business is not going to be kind to you. It's going to treat you the way you need to be treated for you to learn and grow. Yes or no? Yeah, so age really doesn't matter. Just because you're old doesn't mean you become wise and grey. Just because you're young doesn't mean you have more energy. Business is going to treat you the way it needs to treat you. And he had led people twice his age. That obviously wasn't easy for him. There was jealousy, there was rejection. People always doubted him because he was young, younger than them. But then he realized to become a stronger business owner, something needed to change over here. How many of you agree with me that ultimately, it's not about the business, it's about the business owner, yes or no? Yes. And once you shift your mindset, that's when truly your ability to grow in your business really happens. It's the mindset shift which is required. His business, which was initially making about 55 lakh rupees per annum, only when he went through that transformation for himself, it shifted to 1.5 crores of revenue per annum because he worked on himself. And his story will show you how external growth only comes when you fix what's there on the inside. Are you ready to learn from him, everybody? Yeah. So come on, everybody, stand up, stand up. And please help me welcome the very young Karan Goyal on stage, everybody.
How many of you have felt that you are working very hard, but nothing is going in your favor? A lot of people, right? So hi everyone, my name is Karan Goyal. I run a digital marketing agency by the name of Kreative Digitals. I started my career when I was 18 years old, but the foundation of my career didn't start when I was 18. It started in my 9th standard when one of my school teachers asked me, Karan, can you make a PowerPoint presentation? And I wanted to bunk my lectures. I did that. Little did I know, I won an award for that. Same thing happened the next year. And after 2 years of leaving my school, that same teacher came back to me asking, Karan, can you please make one more presentation? I was like, sure. What's the worst that can happen? I did that, and then I knew that, then I realized that, yeah, maybe I have an edge for designing. Let's start my freelancing journey. And I did that. I used to design PowerPoint presentations, logos, creatives, posters for my friends, families, and their referrals. I remember the first client, I made a logo for him. He paid me 50 rupees. Yeah. After doing freelancing for a couple of years, one of my clients suggested, Karan, till when will you do freelancing? Open up your own company. I said, I'm only 18. He was like, who's stopping you? Yeah, exactly. No one's stopping me, right? And I opened my company by the name of Kreative Digitals. Because I wanted creativity to have my touch in it, Karan's touch. So that's why it starts with a K and not with a C. That's how Kreative Digitals was born. Kreative Digitals did not open in a fancy office or a boardroom. It opened in a bedroom with a broken computer, exactly like the ones our dad used to have, exactly like you see on the screen right now. I did not have any kind of money to purchase softwares. I downloaded cracked softwares, okay? And I was so curious as to, okay, from where should I attract my next client? So I used to knock on every possible door. I used to cold call people. I used to do, okay, this was pre-COVID. So I used to go to people's office and ask, hey, are you looking for digital marketing? You can grow your business. And they used to say in their mind, but I could hear them, bhai, tu to bachcha hai. Tujhe business kisne bataya? Tu kaise grow kar payega? But it didn't happen because first, I lacked experience. Second, I had only one thing. And that is the reason I'm standing over here. I just had the energy and the ability to learn. Because for me, building a business was never about money. It is still not about money. It is about building a big empire. That was my long-term vision. Okay? After a year, COVID happened. It came in as a blessing in disguise. I still remember to this day, I used to work late nights, didn't used to have any kind of proper sleep because I was so curious to learn as to how do we actually, build a business, because it was COVID time. You see the news, you see this company having 50,000 worth of market share. I was like, what kind of wealth is this? How can I create a wealth of this on my own? So that curiosity kept me going. Okay. After that, I opened my own office in lockdown. Okay, I onboarded one of the biggest real estate company in my area. I live in Navi Mumbai. I onboarded a real estate company and we delivered results better than their previous agency. Then word spread around. I got a lot of confidence, and I got such a confidence that if I sit on that table, I'll get up with a check, otherwise I won't get up. Word spread around, we signed clients like Lodha Builders, Netflix, Adani, Godrej, India Bulls. I was young, everyone thought to give me a chance. But a teeny tiny chance, a small retainer. Let's see what you can do. The problem what happened with that is the payments were always delayed because we used to charge so little to them. We were a small company, so whenever you used to ask us, sir, payment kab release hoga, sir? When will you release the payment? With underconfidence, because I was scared. What if he leaves me if I ask payment? But he's like, Karan, okay, we'll do it. So we went cash flow negative. That's where we thought, okay, it's time to pivot. ये सब नाम बड़े दर्शन छोटे, पेमेंट तो इनसे रिलीज होती नहीं है, इनके खुद के कैश फ्लो का ठिकाना नहीं है, तो मुझे कहाँ से पैसे मिलेंगे? So then we pivoted to D2C and e-commerce brands like apparel, skincare, fashion, hair care, skincare. We used to provide services like Facebook ads, Google ads, Amazon ads, and we onboarded. We went very fast. We went very rapid in the D2C space. We made a name for ourselves. But after a few months, I realized I am the one doing everything in my business. Yeah, I was the one doing everything in my business. I had 18 employees, but I was the one working from getting the client to getting the work executed to managing the account, to retain that client, to manage that account. I was the one doing everything. So I confronted my team, like, guys, we are 18 people and we have 6 brands. Still, why aren't we able to service them properly? Then I remember a conversation which happened that day, which shattered me. One of my team members, my senior manager in operations, he got up and came to me and said, Karan, you are 21. You don't know how to run a business. It's not your cup of tea. And he insulted me in front of everyone. Most people have their heartbreaks in their early years through their partners. I had my heartbreak from my team. It shattered me from inside, like, okay, this is business. You fail, you learn, you implement, and then you succeed. I lost my team. Okay, let's build a new one. I built my entire team again in the next 2 months. Then same thing happened and I lost my team again. I was like, okay, third time, final time. Okay, God has tested me. Now I'll build my team for the third time. I put a lot of efforts into sourcing the right people, interviewing them, getting them interviewed from industry experts who were my friends in other companies, got my team, got my everything. I lost them again. I lost my team for 3 times. And when you lose a team for 3 times, it proves a lot of things to you in the inside. You come into self-doubt as to, maybe I don't know how to do it. As I mentioned, I had 18 employees and 6 clients. Nothing, no one was working. So what I did, I started networking with people, successful business owners. And what happens when you are constantly failing in life is you become so vulnerable that you are open to every advice. You think everyone is right and I am wrong. So you take every advice. And that's what I did. I took every advice, I implemented every advice, but nothing worked. One of my worst fears came true last year is I was in the middle of losing my team for the 3rd time. No one was working, and I had 8 clients by that time, and no one was working. I had to work. and people were leaving, everything was coming on me. I was working, and there came a time for 3 straight days. I slept for only 4 hours, okay, 4 hours per day. I used to work 20 hours a day, and on the 4th day, my body gave up. The 4th day, I had a 103 fever, and my body gave up, and I thought, this is it, I'm not going to do it. I felt like giving up. I was going to give up. Like, it's done. Abhi, what else you can do here? I've been running a business for almost 3.5 years. In the past 1 year, I'm just bleeding money. I'm going out. I'm taking debt because in that midst of losing my team, I lost 80% of our revenue in the span of 2 months. And we were not even break even. Let alone profits, we were not even break even. And we lost 80% of our business. We were at 20% of our capacity at revenue. So it was very clear to me that I don't want to build a business in debt. Because it was happening like one-sided love. I'm going out, I'm bringing money, and I'm pouring it in the business, which is not giving me anything. एक तरफा प्यार सुना था, पर business में कभी नहीं सुना था. So I was laying there, doctor came, he checked up on me, and he sat down. He's like, Karan, what's the problem? What's the rush? You're 23. What's the rush? Like, there's no rush, but I just want to go. I see other people doing it. Why not me? Like, yeah, they have that. They had that experience. What you should do, you should go out, spend some time with yourself, go for a vacation, change your surrounding. It will help. I was like, okay, again, what is the worst that can happen? Already, I don't have revenue. My team is not working. Let alone, let's go for a vacation. I picked 2 of my friends, and I went for a vacation. But a curious mind of an entrepreneur, they can never be at vacation. Half of their brain is always at the office. आज किसका invoice pay करना है मेरे को, right? How many of you agree that an entrepreneur's mind can never be at vacation, right? So that's what happened. At 12 a.m. in the night, when we were supposed to go out and party with my friends, I'm not feeling good here. You go out. They went out. I opened my laptop and I started working. And YouTube, I searched, how do I build a team? Rajiv's video popped up. And for the next 6 hours, I was seeing Rajiv's videos. Okay, this. This is the exact picture of that vacation. I was taking notes. I was in another country. I was taking notes. Okay, what do I build? After streaming for 6 hours, I realized and I reflected and I admitted, it was one of the hardest admissions that it took, that I don't know how to run a business. And same thing was said to me 6 months back by one of my mentors. Karan, you are an artist. You are a marketer. You're very good at what you do. You need a co-founder who knows business, who has been in the business for the long time. Like, okay, let's see. But I didn't listen to his advice. But after streaming Rajiv's video for 6 hours, I realized I don't know how to run a business. And by 5:45 a.m. in the morning, I submitted my application that I need a coach. The next day, I got on a call with Rajiv's team. Okay, after getting on a call with his team, he was explaining. He was like, I don't need explanation. Tell me the charges, I'll pay. Let's start. I can't wait. Because that's where, I still remember going to his office, okay, meeting him after one session I had with my coach. And the first session with my coach, I still remember that conversation. I said, Sanjay, which is my coach's name. I'm done here. I built a team for 3 times and they have left me. Let's start this as a consulting firm. We'll see team building later. I know marketing. I know how to grow brands. I'll consult brands, let's grow. It's like, Karan, he asked me one question. What is your dream? My dream is to run a business. Like, no. That is ongoing. What is your milestone? What is that one thing that you want to achieve? I said, I want to be the biggest marketing agency by 2030. I want to be the best marketing agency by 2030. It's like, say that to your team. Like, oh, पहले ही बात नहीं करती टीम मेरे से अच्छे से ये बोलूँगा तो डर के भाग जाएंगे. So, they like, say that. I went on the floor and I confronted with all of my heart, with purest of my intentions that, guys, I'm not doing this for money. I want to build the biggest and the best marketing agency in India by 2030. Will you help me do that? Then I went home. because I got scared कि कोई उठ के कुछ पूछ लेगा वापस insult कर देगा इससे अच्छा भाग जाओ घर पे. And I went home. Then second day I checked my WhatsApp. We have a group for attendance. I saw everyone in on time and before time. Like, what happened? What happened? And I went over there and I could see a different energy in my team when I shared my vision with them. Because then they connected the dots that yes, yaar, Karan is not doing this for money. There were times where he could have taken money home, he didn't. He just poured that again into the business. Maybe he's chasing something more than money, and let's support him. Then got a relief in my heart. Like, okay, perfect. Now I have a team. Now next, what to do? Sanjay came. He's like, let's build systems. Who will come in? What will they deliver? It will have a proper quality check. How will you retain the client? If a client leaves, what we have to do? Everything. And one of the most important things we did in the business, because it was a services business, I am the best person to deliver the service. How do I install this in my team? We developed training modules for everyone who new comes in so that he can, rather than shadowing anyone, first he knows what is expected out of him. And as a result of that, from 18 people team to handling only 6 brands, we are now at 21 people handling 45 brands. See, I'll tell you one thing. As an entrepreneur, you don't have much of an option. Even when things are not working well, you need to go to their office. You have to show up every day with a smiley and a happy face. How many of you agree? Okay? And if you can do that, you will win. That's what I did. Even when things were not working well, to go to the office with a happy face, not working well, okay, we're going to solve it together. Fuck the inside. No one thinks about that. What you show at the outside, that's what matters. From being stuck in operations completely to the minute of detail, now I have the liberty to look at everything from a bird's eye view and to see how do I grow my business. And one of the best feelings as an entrepreneur as to why you started your business is to provide value, right? When you see your client satisfaction rate grow. In the last 6 months, we have achieved a client satisfaction rate of 87%. You know, with services business, there is a problem. There is KMR. There's a key man risk. Because if the business owner goes away, the business goes away. That is the reason agencies, let alone services business, are not likely to be fundable. That was a norm. I'm very happy to announce on this stage that last week we signed our investor and we became one of the first marketing agencies in Navi Mumbai to have an investor on board. Because my goal is clear, crystal clear, and that is what I say, everyone. We, Kreative Digitals, is going to be the best marketing agency in India by 2030. And none of this would have been possible if I didn't have the time to self-reflect, let go of my ego, and admit I don't know. Rajiv, Karan helped. Most importantly, my Sanjay handheld, over-delivered, spoke to him at weird hours. He helped. That's what happens when you have a mentor whose sole purpose is to help you and not fill his pockets. And that's the kind of value Rajiv and Karan and his team provides. If I have to give two key takeaways to you from my today's webinar, from my today's session. First, your business is a reflection of yourself. The more you grow, the more your business will grow. It is never the case, I'll hire a skilled professional. They will do the job. Business, after a point of time, is just HR. The better you get at people management, the better you'll get at business. And second, for a business which is absolutely heavy on employee operations, the one thing that you need to install is a good culture. And good culture is not built with an announcement. Hey guys, we're going to be having a good culture. Doesn't happen that way. It is built with behavior, good behavior, and it starts from the very top.
join him on stage, I would like to call Karan's parents, Praveen Goyal and Lakshmi Goyal, on stage, please.
Say something. I've had the fortune of spending a lot of time with Karan. You know, when you're young, there's a certain kind of rawness that you carry about yourself. Yes or no?
Yes.
How many of you started young? Raise your hands. And how many of you look back at those early days and then you regret how you behaved? Okay. And it's been a year, Karan, in this journey. Yeah. In this 1 year, I have seen him grow with the maturity that people would take 12, 15 years to grow by. And that is phenomenal about him. I still remember the first time he came to that first one-to-one in our office, and he said, I need a selfie with you. And he's this young guy who's like, kuch bada karunga main, all of that. And that passion is raw. And sometimes you feel like, by passion, to, jab we are young, all of us have, but wo passion ke niche substance hai ya nahi hai, yes or no? Okay, and I remember conversations after conversations I've had with him. He one day called me, one conversation we had, he said, मुझे बेचना अच्छा लगता है, उसके बाद operations नहीं संभलता. And today when he was talking here on stage, he's talking about the operational strength, 87% customer satisfaction in a digital marketing business, which is an evolving industry in itself, is phenomenal. Right? And today the passion with him saying that every business is a HR business. Mera jeevan dhanya ho gaya aaj. And I think it is entrepreneurs like him that deserve this stage, because it is entrepreneurs like him show that age is not a barrier. Your willingness to learn, your hunger to grow, and the humility to break yourself is what makes heroes like Karan. So give Karan a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Can we do a Proficorn selfie with Karan and his parents, everybody? Aye, sir. That's right. Come on, everybody, big cheer for Karan.